going on, Jeromes? Beautiful day for some Q&A. We will do our best to do more of these. First up is from Ishan Dawadi. I think I nailed it. I generally want to ask, how are we going to stop Lamar? I have full confidence in this team after last week, but Lamar just has been so good, so I feel the only way he can win is scoring. We can win is scoring 28 plus. How I feel can cater what the Ravens want to do, even though McCarthy is legit. Everyone pick Lamar to win a duel. If we could find a way to rile him up early, and it goes on. So, yeah, I mean, Derrick Henry is still a bad dude, but Lamar is Lamar. Right, and Brian Flores, Kevin O'Connell have talked extensively. So this is the game that's played sometimes, where coaches will talk up the opposition during the week. Right, it's almost like you're building up the enemy. So then when you beat the enemy, we slayed this huge dragon. Or if you lose them, it's like, well, I mean, they're a huge dragon. Right, there is some psychology behind that. But with Lamar, it's legit. Now, Flores has a ton of respect for Lamar. Yes, 4 years ago, basically Flores blitzed the living bejesus out of Lamar, and his Dolphins came out on top. Andrew Van Ginkel was there. Hell, Josh Oliver was there too. So defensively, everyone has to be on their ish. Everyone has to mind their P's and Q's. They have to do their job, play your gap, fire off. And I think what's going to happen is that the Vikings will have a large blitz percentage on Lamar, especially on obvious passing downs. I'm sure it'll exceed 55, probably approach 60%, but blitzing with a plan, and not just blitzing to blitz and leaving zones wide open on the back end, but blitzing to contain, blitzing to move him off the spot, blitzing to disrupt his rhythm. And Lamar is still super dangerous. I'm sure that you'll see a quarterback spy on him, whether Cashman, Wilson, maybe a Metellus out there. It's going to be important. And also, downfield, it's going to be akin to what the Vikings did to the Eagles. But they're going to stack up to stop the run, and then they're going to dare Jalen Hurts to beat them deep. Except that Lamar can beat you deep, right? So it really is sort of pick your poison, the running game or through the air. And it is going to be a tough-ass game, right? It's going to be a huge challenge to stop Lamar. He's back from the injury. He's back to 100%. And just the Vikings' luck. Also, hey, by the way, Jaden Daniels apparently avoided serious injury, so it was just an elbow dislocation. So he could be back in time to face the Vikings. That's what we do. Where the Bears gets to face all these stupid teams when, hey, the Bears got to play the Ravens with Snoop Minnis at quarterback, and you lost, or Snoop Huntley. Snoop Minnis was the receiver of Florida State back in the day. He's kind of a badass dude. The number one target for Chris Wenke, the pride of St. Paul. Yeah. But Lamar, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, man. Next up, Connor Billybone. Will Kelly get healthy? I kind of doubt it. So Kelly's been on the third field at practice this week. That's the medical field. Working with trainers and stuff. And 2 concussions in 3 weeks, super serious stuff. A guy who has had a history of concussions, and I still wouldn't fault him if he hung it up, right? And just because he's back on the field doesn't mean that he's a lock to be back. Now, he is eligible to return this week. I highly doubt it, since he's been basically limited the last 2 days. You could look at Chicago, look at Green Bay, possibly, but also, Blake Brandel, after the ass thank you Eagles game, like Blake Brandel's done pretty good at center, especially having a clean sheet, 0 pressures, 0 sacks allowed against the Lions. So they could roll with them for a while. And remember, Brandel was a starter last year. So Darisaw, Jackson, Brandel, Fries, O'Neal, it's not bad. It's not bad. And yeah, I like Michael Juergens, but Brandel has performed a lot better than Juergens, even though Brandel's literally never played center. But with Kelly, when he's been in there, he's been good. But we'll see what happens with this going forward. And will Kelly be back next year? Don't know. I lean probably no at this point, but you never know. Next up, Derek Triple. Why are people so obsessed with stats, seeing so much that McCarthy didn't play good against the Lions when he literally won the game on the throw and nailer? If they actually watch, it goes back to my point that McCarthy will never have 10-plus 100 QBR games like Darnold, but he's going to win and show up in big-time spots. Love the show, Andy. Hey, thank you. And, you always go. I always do a couple things. So I test. Like, what do you see in real time, right? Also, stat box is part of it. Analytics, part of it as well. And it's clear that it's a lot of Bears fans, which they're very chirpy for a team that loused to J.J. McCarthy. Let's see him throw for more than 158 yards. Oh, they don't trust him to throw. I feel like that's going to come with time, where eventually, see, hate to keep going back to the Tom Brady story arc, but the parallels are there. Where kid's feisty, he's a winner, went to Michigan, all that stuff, and Brady, his first couple of years, like he was a game manager. Like those first 3 Super Bowls, Brady was managing the game. They played good defense, they ran the ball, right? And eventually he went all the way up to here. Now I feel like, especially with Jefferson, Addison, Hockenson, Sons of Anarchy, this offensive line, Kevin O'Connell, working with him all long time, he will eventually turn into the 300-yard, 4-touchdown FU type quarterback. I think it's just a matter of time. But I eyeball test right now, like in real time. We talked about, first off, the interception was an interception, plus that Aaron Jones' beautiful swing pass was ruled a run, so that certainly impacted his stats. But in real time, I didn't even think about his stats. Right, and I was a little bit surprised at the end when it totaled up to so little, because he was out there making plays, especially those first 2 touchdown drives, and that's all you need, right? And because everything else can be scalable, everything else can be taught, but high leverage spots, can you bring your ish? And he certainly brought. Like the numbers will come, but right now, everyone else is scared because they see this demon, they see this football obsessed psychopath that's going to be at the helm for the Vikings for the next 10, 12, 15, 20 years. And they know he's got his ish. And they're just trying to cope of like, 9 is corny. But his stats. They're just trying to grasp that straws because they know that the meteor is freaking coming. Right. R3, OG Jerome. What would you consider a successful season to be for JJ this year? Are we expecting a playoff run to call this a success? I don't think you necessarily need a playoff run, but the Vikings certainly getting into contention. Yeah. As well as, McCarthy, ironing out some of the soft spots. And we equated to, McCarthy can bang it in from 35 feet from deep for 3, but also he'll miss it like a bunny layup or 2. Just ironing some of those things out, as well as I want to see more from the young players on the Vikings, especially the young defenders. And also, if this offensive line solidifies, gets things going. But really, it does come down to McCarthy. Like, will this team make the playoffs? Don't know. That NFC is pretty competitive, but it does feel like the Vikings could legitimately go on a run. Yeah, 2 games at home. Green Bay's wobbling. Seattle's going to be a battle. Washington's whatever. Dallas is certainly whatever. The Giants are whatever. Then 2 division games at home against the Lions, who you already beat, and then the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers, who are frauds. So the Vikings certainly could rack up and stack up, 10, 11 wins and make a real push for this thing. And as long as McCarthy's looking good and growing and progressing, I think we're sold. I think we have our guy. And lastly, speaking of Gravaskar, already bought a McCarthy jersey. Impressil. How sold are you on the guy? I think we found our franchise quarterback. Yes. Well, even in the offseason, because Kevin O'Connell, head coach, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, general manager, they got their extensions and they bet their gerbs on this kid. All right. They did it last year too. Trading up from 11 to 10, getting their guy, Jonathan James McCarthy, of Pride of Michigan, after spending a full weekend with him in Ann Arbor. And just, you've seen the videos from the draft process as well, like when he meets Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings contingent in Indianapolis. So impressive. Like, he wants to be here. Also, Caleb Williams wanted to be here too. There's a reason why this is a perfect incubator for quarterbacks, because of Kevin O'Connell and the culture that this team and he and Kwesi have built. And he is going to be the guy, because you've seen in big time moments, anyone could put up stupid Lulu fantasy football stats against slappy teams in spots that don't matter. 4th down, game on the line, last play, ball's in your hands. What do? Do you step up to the moment? Do you crumble? And J.J. McCarthy certainly is that guy. He wants to be that guy in that moment too. Like, there's so many quarterbacks out there that can put up pretty numbers all over the place, but they don't want the ball at the end. You know, they're like that. It's like in baseball. Please don't hit it to me. Those are those guys. And hell, we'll name some names. Jared Goff is that guy. Sam Darnold is that guy. Hate to say it, but you know. See who else. All right, we'll start with those two. Just completely trash and flamethrowing everybody. That's what we're gonna do. But with McCarthy, Kwesi, and Kevin O'Connell, they bet their jobs. They did not re-sign or tag Darnold. They easily could have. They did not re-sign Jones. They did not sign Aaron Rodgers. They did not do anything else. They went all in on this kid, and he's proven. Short sample size, but you just know it, you know? And that's why I feel it's like the Hall of Fame. I feel like there shouldn't be 17th ballots, veterans committees, you know, guys getting in 30 years after the fact. Hey, if you got 15 Hall of Famers one year, you got 15 Hall of Famers. You got 2 one year, you got 2. It doesn't have to be 6, 7, 8, or wherever they let in every year. And it's, you say the name, Hall of Famer or no, snap decision. There isn't some veterans committee. There isn't some lobbying by one of the AP voters. There's none of that. You say the name, Hall of Famer or no. Just like a quarterback. He either has it or he doesn't, right? J.J. McCarthy have it? Yes. Yes, he does. And we know that immediately. Did Kirk Cousins ever have it? No. Did Sam Darnold ever have it? Kinda. Yeah. Sam Bradford have it? Kinda. But then he did not have healthy knees. Case Keenum have it? For a while. Yeah. But you know right away if a quarterback has that ish, and McCarthy has that, right? Stats will come. Everything else will work itself out. But you cannot take away that he has it, and he's going to fight and claw for every single inch, every single day. Oh, my God. Like, I feel like, you know, we preached the virtues of this kid for the last 2 years. I feel like an acolyte. Hopefully I'm not, or I feel like a disciple. Hopefully I'm not Judas. How about, instead of 35, up at 36 pieces of silver. But I don't think Vikings fans understand what we have. It's like that Vietnam veteran who went on Antiques Roadshow with that Paul Newman Rolex. Didn't know what he had. I think J.J. McCarthy is our Paul Newman Rolex. Got no idea what we got. It's going to be good. Anyways, that's it. Q&A for this beautiful day. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.